Today is Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina. I hope that you all are doing well tonight or this evening. And I want to welcome all the first time viewers and those that will be watching the replay. Thank you for joining us. We are from Women of Wisdom. We are a nonprofit organization here to empower teen girls and women with practical wisdom and confidence. We are here to bridge that generational gap between the older and the younger generation because we need each other. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me tell you what I did last week. I went to the T Smith. Yay. I had to go check it out. Oh my goodness, because they got some really good tea. And so I like my favorite tea is spice chai. So I wanted to find out what they had because if you're a tea lover like me, you will like the Tea Smith. And so they have a lot of different flavors and everything. And so they had this one flavor called let's see, what is it called? Calcutta chai. And so I, you know, wanted to try it out. And so when I was there, they had this because they have loose leaf tea. And so I wanted to try out this little, I'm gonna share it with you, this little tea strainer. So this is what it looks like. And you put your tea inside of here and you put this, it sits right on the top of your cup, and you fill the water up and put your top on there and steep it. And it comes with a little top. So when you get done steeping your tea, instead of just having it dripping all over the place, you can just sit your little strainer on top of this top that they have that goes with it. So so I was like, oh, I gotta have that. So I am very pleased with the Tea Smith. And so tea time. So I hope that you have your beverages. They don't have to be tea or whatever you enjoy drinking. I'm just glad that you are joining us tonight. So if you were with us last week, I told you we was going to finish up on soul ties because we didn't finish giving you the practical ways to break a soul tie. So we're going to finish talking about that. And then we're going to go in our tonight, which is gratitude. And just learning the benefits of gratitude, and putting it into practice will cause amazing things to happen in your life. Okay. And so let me go ahead, because when I was thinking about this, something came to me, which I'm gonna have to share that with somebody. This is for somebody. I don't know who you are. Maybe you will watch the replay or something, but I'll share with you in just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and complete the practical ways to break soul ties. So if you missed the information, go back. There's a part 1 and a part 2 that you can go back and glean the wisdom out of that program, or whatever you want to call it, a bog. Some people call it. Okay, so we already talked about forgive the person that hurt you. And remember, like I said, that doesn't excuse what they done. It actually causes you to heal and break that tie, with them, and so we're not excusing people's bad behavior. We're saying your bad behavior is not going to taunt me for the rest of my life because I'm holding unforgiveness. Okay, so we forgiving ourselves for whatever we did, or sometimes we falsely accuse ourselves through guilt because something bad happened to us and we got caught up in a soul tie with someone. And sometimes people, when I say falsely accused, because some people make you feel like it was your fault that something happened to you and you're blaming yourself. Well, whether it was someone else or, um, you know, a result of a poor choice, you still need to forgive yourself and let that go because, like I always say, we all make mistakes. Okay. So you're not the only one that have made this mistake. I guarantee you that there's somebody else out there that has made the same mistake that you have made. There is nothing new up under the sun. So you can believe that. Okay. So number 3 is seek healthy relationships. We talk about unhealthy soul ties and healthy soul ties. Seek healthy relationships, and how you can identify a healthy relationship. They usually make you feel good about yourself. It's not a condemning type of relationship. There's people that will friends, true friends, that will call you out on stuff, but they're doing it because they want to see you live a better life. Somebody that's just constantly putting you down and can't say anything nice about you, and every time you see them they got something to say, and within yourself, you're feeling like uh you know I can't say the word that comes in mind, but it makes you feel bad about yourself. Okay. Nah, if that's how you feel every time you come around them, you need a better friend. You need to let that go. Okay. So seek healthy relationships. Number 4, this is a good one. Now, some of this stuff may be a little difficult, but it is something that you must do for your own good. Okay. uh if you have gifts, cards, or other items that you receive from that person or remind you of that person, I would get rid of them. Okay. That will help you cut that soul tie off. Okay. Number 4, any vows or commitments, renounce them. Any vows or commitments that you have made with somebody with an unhealthy soul tie, renounce them. And you know, cut it off. Okay. Cut that commitment off. I know that there's some situations that, um, if you, it's one thing to have a unhealthy soul tie with a person that you don't have children with. Okay. You can cut them off. Don't let them continue to come over and, keep getting in your business. And, even sometimes you got to cut the family members of those people off, their brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Sometimes you got to cut them off just so that you can have a healthy lifestyle, your own self. And it's just the better thing to do for you. Okay. Some that have relationships where you have a child by that person and you still have to communicate with them, set boundaries. You know, do not allow them to, like, they have to pick up the child. You know what? Walk that child out to the car and, don't allow that person to come in and sit in on your sofa and go through your refrigerator and all that kind of stuff. And they're still coming in, no, set boundaries. And if you have to, if it's a difficult situation, have somebody else uh, take the child out to the parent, so that you don't have to deal with that situation. If it's not a life-threatening situation, take the child out to the parent. Don't let them continue to come in your place and make themselves at home. That relationship has been severed, to the degree where you are emotionally tied together. If you don't separate that, you will continue to have emotional issues, even when that person is not around because you're tied to them. Okay, so set boundaries and do not allow that person to still have that close uh, relationship like that. Okay, so the other thing is we need to be sincere with ourselves and ask that question: what soul ties do I need to release? And then you write it down and then rip the paper up as an act of letting it go and throw it away for good. Sometimes you just got to act it out, and that just kind of helps you to release things. Okay. Okay. The last one is renounce the soul tie verbally out loud to yourself. Okay. Now, listen, you do not have to go confront the person. Okay. Do not go confront the person. You can verbally out loud say to yourself that I renounce this relationship with this person, and whatever they did to me, I forgive them and I let that go. Because you need to hear yourself say, this is how it is for me, you know and it does make a difference when you can hear your own voice say things, because to your brain and your thoughts and your mind is, what, that is powerful, and that will help you break that. Okay, so those are the things that will help you, practical ways that will help you break soul ties. Okay, so I'm here to encourage you. You can do it, and do it for your own good. Okay, and do it for the good of future relationships, because when you cancel out that relationship, you're opening up yourself for a fresh relationship without taking all the drama and all the emotional issues that came out of one relationship and carrying that into another relationship. And that's difficult. That makes things harder. Okay. All right. So let's get to our topic for tonight, which is gratitude. Oh, wow. Gratitude. Now, if you're on here, whether you are watch the replay or now, give me a hashtag gratitude. Yeah. I think I might put one. Let me put one on here my own self. Let's see. Hashtag gratitude. All right. That's from Women of Wisdom. Okay, so check this out. I want to show you some things tonight because the eyes is the windows to the soul, and when you see things, images are like engraved in your mind. So I want to show you some stuff to help you engrave these things in your mind so you would live them out. Okay, so you can't be hateful when you are grateful. Okay, say that out loud with me. You can't be hateful when you are grateful. Okay, and I know that there may be some people that this issue may be a little difficult for you. If you're, let's put it like this, some people's cup is half full and some people's cup is half empty. Okay, for those that are more like your cup is half empty, is kind of more like a pessimism. And I have an exercise for you. And now don't get mad at me just because I'm telling you this, but this is for your good. You do have to learn how to stop finding so many things to complain about. Okay? So the exercise that I want to give you is write down how many times you complain about something and how many times you show gratitude towards something. And that would kind of help you measure where you're at with your attitude and gratitude in life. And that's where you can measure things and start changing things because you want to change that type of life. Okay. So here we go. Gratitude is readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So simply put, feeling grateful and being thankful. That is what gratitude. Now, sometimes, we think, that's no big deal. It's not that, what is that? And I'm telling you, a lot of times these little things or these things that we perceive them to be as little things are really actually big things. And when you can learn to have the attitude of gratitude, it will take you to a higher altitude. And sometimes we may not even recognize why are we dealing with the stuff that we're dealing in life, and why other people are receiving promotions, or other people are being elevated in life and we're not. And a lot of times it's because we don't have gratitude and we don't show appreciation or thanksgiving for what we have, or the things people do for us, and we tend to take things for granted and take people for granted. And when you live like that, even among your family, because everything starts right in the household. And so if you're that way in the household, you're that way out in public. And it shows through your disposition, or the way you verbalize things. It does come through. And so there was a supervisor one time said this to my husband one time about somebody else that my husband knew. And he asked him, he said, man, he said, why is this guy always, seem like he always got a chip on his shoulder, or seem like he's always, bothered by something, And so those things, when you don't show gratitude for what you have, it comes through, and the same thing that can cause you to elevate in life can also cause you to fall in life. So if you don't show gratitude, you know, then you probably will not get to a higher altitude. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, so let's look at some. I wrote down some, statistics. So kind of let's look at this and let's embrace what we're talking about tonight, so that we can make these little adjustments and start looking at life a whole lot better and enjoying life and start elevating to a higher altitude. Okay. So gratitude is related to 23% lower levels of stress hormones. It reduces uh corner yeah, gratitude reduces cortisol, which is the primary stress hormone. Okay. And cortisone increases sugars in the bloodstream, which is high levels lead to rapid weight gain. Okay. So when you don't have gratitude, you're going to be stressed out. And when you're stressed out like that, those hormones, those cortisol hormones are released, and they'll cause all kind of problems in your bloodstream, and they will cause you weight gain. you know you'll be surprised of a lot of attitudes that we have, how they actually affect our bodies. So I shared this hormone with you last week. It's called oxytocin. Did I say that? Ox- Oxytocin. Oxytocin. Okay, so oxytocin is a hormone, and it's important to bonding. That's why we talked about it last time, because it has a lot to do with, soul ties. Okay, so release is released in breast milk. Listen to that. So that's the reason why, when you breastfeed your child or nurse your child, that bonding between the two of you are stronger than a bottle fed baby, because the hormone oxytocin oxytocin is released in your breast milk. Isn't that interesting? That feeling of thankfulness, helping humans stay close to each other. That's what that hormone does. And it is released when you have gratitude. Isn't that interesting? So, so this is what the Roman philosopher, hopefully I'm saying this right, Cicero, declared. Gratitude is not only the greatest of the virtues, but the parent of them all. Gratitude. Gratitude will take you to a higher altitude with a better attitude. Okay? So let's not take things for granted. And I'm going to share with you some things that, we, need to learn to be, uh, have gratitude towards or be grateful for. And then, there's just some little bitty things. I heard somebody say this. I can't remember where I heard this from, but they were saying sometimes just the thank you can make a big difference. What is the two that please and thank you that goes together? Please and thank you goes very well together, and it will take you uh, to great places. Connie Worley says gratitude equals weight loss. Yes, girl. Yes, it does. And you know what? All of us that want to lose weight, we need to learn how to have more gratitude, because where there's no gratitude, there's stress. And where there's stress, there's cortisol. And where there's cortisol, there's weight gain. Okay, it goes together. You cannot uh you cannot make that formula change just because you want it to. It doesn't work like that. Mathematics, chemistry, geography, all the formulas, you cannot change those formulas just because you don't like them and think that they should work a different way. This is how it is. And so we have to learn how to have gratitude. Okay, here's another one that I wanted to share with you that's kind of a statistics. It says we are more resilient, we sleep better. Look at that. Gratitude will cause us to sleep better. And that's true, because gratitude releases another hormone called serotonin, serotonin. And serotonin is a hormone that is released that causes us to be able to sleep better. And gratitude will help you release that so you can sleep better. Okay, so we are more satisfied in general. Another study says that happy people live an average of 10 years longer than pessimists and have a 77% lower risk of heart disease. Come on, we're talking about gratitude affects, heart disease. A lot of times we don't even realize that a lot of attitudes that we have affects our illness. I'm telling you, all of this stuff is connected because it's connected to who we are. And so you want to change some things in your life, start being grateful and thankful for the things that you have. Okay. Some people may think that this subject is really not all that important, but you know what? It is important. And there are uh, great benefits in having the right attitude. Come on. Now you think about it your own self. If you were an employer, and some of you may be, or some of you may be starting out as entrepreneurs, growing your business, you're going to need employees. And if you have somebody that can do the job, I mean, they're good at what they do, and they don't show any gratitude, and they just got this little like Linus. What was it's not Linus, the one that walked around with the dust, all over him. Who wants to be around that? But yet this person knows how to do the job, but his attitude is so ungrateful that he wards off all your business. So now he know how to do the job, but his gratitude stinks. And so who are you going to hire? You're going to hire somebody that can do the job and have the right attitude. With me, I don't know if you're like this, but with me, I will go out of the way to have courtesy, somebody to treat me right, than to just, go around the corner to for service for something. I'll go a few extra miles for somebody that's got good customer service than to be dealing with somebody that does not have the right attitude. And because that stuff gets on you. They got a bad attitude. You going and you're dealing with them and their attitude get off on you and you start having a bad attitude. And sometimes we don't even realize why we're acting the way we are, and we don't even realize that sometimes the fierce or atmosphere that we are around attaches itself to us, and we don't even realize that we got this like funk or something on us, and we picked it up from somebody else and didn't even realize it, because that stuff does happen. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have the right uh attitude, expressing gratitude so that we can go to a different altitude. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about you, but it's working for me. If it's not working for you, put yourself in check and start changing a few things. And here are a few things that you can start working on. Okay. Be grateful for breathing in and breathing out. Be grateful. All right. Before let's take a tea break. I need a tea break on that. Tea time. Mm. Calcutta chai at the Tea Smith. That's some good stuff. Okay. So be grateful that you can breathe in air and you can breathe it out. There's some people that's having trouble with that, especially with all this COVID stuff going on. Be grateful that you can breathe in and breathe out. You just got to adjust your attitude in life. Okay, the sun shine, the sun set, the moon rise, and the stars in the sky, blue skies, gentle rain, music, art, humor, laughter, dancing, singing, indoor plumbing. Be grateful. Okay, fresh water. Be grateful for the little things that you have in life, because some people don't even have as much as what you have. Learn to be grateful for the little things that you have in life, and start looking for things that uh, that are good in life. Connie Worley says, yes, yes, my sister. Yeah, start looking for the good things in life. Okay, I told you that I was going to share with you some stuff that was kind of coming to me. And, I don't know who this person is, but let's just say, okay, say it like this. Stop complaining and start enjoying life. Okay? The more you complain, you are robbing your own self from a healthy life. Hear my heart and my love towards you to have a better life, okay? Not to criticize, not to put down, but to uplift and to make the necessary adjustments so that you can be happy in life. And once you start changing that, there's just somebody out there that you just need to make those small adjustments so that you can start enjoying life more and not just complaining about every little thing. That's too much. Complain about every little thing, that is just, you're doing too much. And start picking out some of the simple things that you can be happy about in life. Okay. So this is what we have for Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina tonight. Our next wisdom topic is going to be letting people go. Okay. And there's you need to hear it. This is going to really benefit you in life, and you just need to know those practical ways of letting some people go in life, because there's some of you out there that you struggling with this, and you need to know how to implement the wisdom, and because these people that you're holding on to are like canker worms. They're like, caterpillars. They eat up their leaves that they were birthed on. They just eat them up. And so there's some people that are just eating you up, and you're having a hard time letting them go. Well, join us next week. We're going to talk about letting people go. And it doesn't have to be a hard thing, it doesn't have to be a rude way. It just needs to be done. Okay. All right. So this is Dorina. I am out. And remember, as always, mwah, the sister loves you, and walk in wisdom. Okay. Good night. Have a great night. Okay, before we go, let's show it. The owner of my company told me my grateful attitude would take me far. Oh, that's really good. I'm so thankful that you shared that with us, Connie, because that is just so true. Let's see what Marilyn said. Hey, friend. Hey, Marilyn. I think I got my cup from you. I'm drinking my tea time out of that. And Connie says, thank you, sister. Yes, thank you, Connie. I just love your support for Women of Wisdom. And yes, you are going to have to come and speak at one of our workshops. All right. All right. Thanks, Marilyn. Okay, good night. Walk in wisdom.